What's going on guys, Cubelelo here and welcome back to another video. In this video I'll be doing 5 walkthrough solves of square-1 along with their speed solves. So let's get right into it. So for the solves I'll be using white color on the top and black color on the bottom, and the scrambles will be showing on the screen and in the description box below. So here is the first scramble. We have shield on top and fist on bottom, and for this particular scramble I'll do just flip the square-1 and I will now combine this two edge pair to this two edge pair to form a scallop on top. So I will move this slice here and move these two edges and connect with these two just like this. Now after I form the scallop on top, we have fist on bottom. Now to convert to the scallop kite technique of cube shape solution, I will now join these two adjacent edge to here of the scallop such that there will be a awkward shape on the top like this. So I have just brought these two edges on this top layer, and now to make kite shape on the bottom I will now move these two edges to the bottom just like this. And now we have scallop on top and kite on bottom. Now I will make it forward scallop and kite, and now I'll do the algorithm for this particular cube shape case, which is something like this: slice -1, 2 on bottom, slice -3, slice. Now before doing the last slice, I noticed that there is two white corners here and one white corners here. Now the next step after cube shape is CO. So by this I can predict that either I will have two, after doing the slice, either I will have two corners of white on the top, and if it's not the case then I will have the remaining white corner either in this position or this position. So after I do the slice, I didn't get any more white corners on the top layer, so I can now assume that either the corner will be here or here, and by now these two positions already have white corners. So I will just do a positive one on the top layer and do the slice. And after doing the slice I have three corners of the CO solved. And now I will just look down a bit and I saw there is the rest of the corner white. So now I will simply do the CO for this case, which I will bring this white corner and connect it to here such that I make a line on the bottom, and I will just bring this line to the top so that I can just solve the CO. Now after solving the CO, I noticed that I have adjacent edge EO cases. So for this adjacent EO cases I will have two cases: either bottom will also have adjacent case like this, or bottom will have the opposite EO case, something like here is one and here is one. So I will just look below and I saw this edge and edge of EO algorithm. So now I will just align to this correct position and do the ELG for this EO. So after I do the EO, I notice that I have this corner and this corner and this corner and this corner solved. So I know that I will have upper side of J and J algorithm for the corner permutation. So I will either I can bring it front or just bring it back. So for the solve I just brought it back side, and why I put it on the back side for the JJ algorithm, I noticed that there is one block, so I just did +1 on the top layer to preserve this block so that I can get some easy EO cases on the top layer. And by this block case I also assume that there will be a parity case of EP on the top layer. So now I will do the J and J algorithm for this top layer and bottom layer. This is something like this. And now as I predicted I have that opposite EO case, which is actually a parity algorithm for the square-1. So this edge piece needs to go here and this edge piece need to go here. So we have a opposite parity algorithm for the top layer, and now if I look to the bottom layer, I have that U-perm on the bottom, which is a non-parity algorithm. So for this particular case, as I don't know the algorithm which will solve the top and bottom layer at the same time, I will just now individually solve the bottom non-parity algorithm one time and then again do the parity algorithm for the top layer, which goes something like this. So first I will solve the bottom layer. So this I will solve, and from this position I just will look ahead to the AUF. So I will have to do a negative D prime for the bottom layer alignment, and I have opposite edge, so I will do this algorithm. And as I predicted, so I will do the DL here and just align it, and it solved the square-1. So here is the next scramble, and I have a mushroom on the top, and I have no idea what this shape is called. So for this particular case, I will now bring these two edge pair and combine with these two edge pair such that I will form a scallop on top, and in that way I will also form a fist on bottom. So I will just do the slice from this same position of scrambling, and do the slice. I will have a scallop on top and I have a fist on bottom, and just like the previous solve, I will now align these two edges to here to get a awkward shape on the top. Now from this awkward shape, I will now bring these two edges bottom here so that I will form a kite on the bottom, and I will be doing the scallop kite cube shape case for this scramble. So I will bring this two edge down here, so I have now kite on bottom and scallop on top. We'll bring this two forward, we'll do the algorithm, and before doing the last slice I noticed about these two white corners. So after I do the slice, so I already noticed this is solved. So and I already have this one as white. So now there is two combination for the bottom. Either I will have a similar line like thing at the bottom, or I will have something like adjacent type of white position. So I just pick it down and I see this is the line here. So for this CO case, I will just align it here, and I will just do the slice and solve the CO. Now after solving the CO, I notice I have this 1 2 3 1 2 3 3 case of EO. Now I will align it to the correct position, and I will now do the algorithm for this case. So after I do the algorithm, I notice now that I have these two headlights on the bottom left, and also have this opposite color on the to the front and non-opposite color to the right and also on the left. So from looking this that this side don't have opposite color and this side have the opposite color, I came to know that there must be a bar or like headlight something like this on the bottom, and this already I saw that this is headlight. So from this prediction, I will now bring this two headlight to the back, and while bringing to the back I noticed there is one bar. So I will preserve this bar by doing a 1 on the bottom, and now we'll do the alg of J and J for solving this top and bottom CP case. So I will now do the J and J algorithm. So after doing the J and J algorithm, I noticed that I have opposite EP case, which is a parity case for the bottom layer, and also have adjacent parity case for the top layer. But during the solve, I didn't quite recognize this case well, so I just did the parity swap for this bottom layer. So I just swapped this edge opposite parity to the top layer such that I can this bottom layer gets solved, and I will have to do the parity algorithm only on the top layer. So I will now do this swap on the top layer, which goes something like this. And after doing the swap, I have something like U-perm. which is a simple non-parity algorithm. So before doing the U-pump, I also noticed that I have to do a bar flip by the end, and I will also have to do a demo for doing the AUF. So I will now solve this U-pump, and now we'll cancel out in the bar flip, and now I will do the demo for solving the square-1. So here is the next scramble, which have like 1 2 3 1 2 3 3 edges on top and one adjacent edges on the bottom. And for this also I will be approaching with the scallop kite technique of cube shape. So for this particular case I will join this two edges with this one in primary focus to this part of the three edges, such that I will form 1 2 3 and fourth number of edges, and I will form a pseudo scallop shape on the top. So now I will bring these two edges with this one in primary focus to the top layer right here by dissecting this part. So I will bring this top, and now I have two edge cube shape on the bottom. So I will bring these two shape cubes on the bottom to my left side, and now I will join this edge of this edge adjacent, so this one edge primarily to this part, such that I will have 1 2 3 4 and another 5 and another one edge right here. So I will do something like this. So I will have 1 2 3 4 5 edges on the top. So now 6 edges on the top. So now I will bring these two edges down here, such that I will form the kite shape on the bottom. So I will do the down slice, and yes, I have the kite shape on the bottom and already have the scallop on the top. I will bring it front, and I will do the algorithm for this cube shape, which goes something like this. And now once again, before doing the last slice, I noticed that I have three white corners on the top. So after doing the slice, I will have these two remained solved, and this will go down here to solve it. And there is now two possibility: either the white will be in this slice, or the white which is already in this slice will come to the top layer. So after I do the slice, so I now already know that this is white layer, this is white corner, and this part this one or this one will be most probably will be a white. So I will just now look down, and yes, so I have formed a line. So this was already white, and this is the prediction. So I already have a white part, so I will just do the CO for this particular case, and this EO of adjacent perfectly aligned to the algorithm position. So now I will do the EO for this case. So after I do the EO, I immediately notice that this bottom part bar is completely solved, because you see here we have bars and bars all over the place for this bottom layer. We just have to align it correctly to skip doing the EP arc for the bottom layer. And on the top we can see that we have a parity arc. How we know it's a parity arc? Because these two sides have opposite color and these two sides have non-opposite colors. So this is a one parity arc, and if I am correct, it's called the W arc. So I will now align this perfectly, this bottom layer, and I will do the J algorithm for corner permutation for the bottom layer. So after I do the bottom algorithm, I solve this bottom EP. Now I will do the parity arc for this top layer. And I will do U2 and D2 for the AUF. Now here we have the fourth scramble, which is two edges, opposite edges on the top, and this awkward shape on the bottom. So for this particular case, I'll be doing the scallop and scallop method to solve the cube shape. So for this particular case, I will join these three edges to this edge and this one edge to this edge, such that I will form a 1 2 3 4 edge group here and 2 edge group here. So I will simply do a slice from the scrambling position, and after doing the slice I have 1 2 3 4 edges on the top and 2 edges on the bottom. Now I will join these 2 edges with these 2 edges by bringing it here near the equator and aligning it something like this. So this is going to here, and I will do the slice such that these 2 edges will combine to these 2 edges and will form scallop on the bottom, and we'll have scallop shape on the top and scallop shape on the bottom. And this is a really easy cube shape cases. So we'll just bring the 4 edges and 4 edges in front of us, something like this, and I will do a slice. Then we'll do 2 on bottom, -1 on top, and again we will do a slice. Then we'll have a kite on top and kite on bottom. We'll bring both front, and before doing the last slice, once again I will just look into the white corners. So here I have one white corner and here is another. So after I just know that this white corner will end up right here after I do the slice. So after I do the slice, I again have this one corner come. So there is 2 possibility on the bottom. Either in bottom there will be a similar case, something like this bar on the bottom, or it will be like something adjacent or opposite kind of thing for the white corners. So I will just look down a bit, and I saw that these 2 corners are some little bit here. So I will do a U move on the top and D prime move on the bottom, D move on the bottom, and I will do a positive one on the top and do the slice, and it will now go solve the CO. Now for this EP, I will just put it here because it's the EP case. I have to put it here and bring this white piece to the bottom, and now I will do the EP case, EO case for this. So after I do the EO, I noticed that I already have a 2 headlights right here, and this part is unsolved. So I know bottom I have J CP case, and on the top I noticed that this bar is solved, and I have also this bar, but I was unable to see this part. So for this I will bring this bar at front, and I will do the J and J CP algorithm from the front. So something like this. So after I do the J and J algorithm, I saw this part is solved, and I have a adjacent EP case. Now I will just cancel out this EP case by doing a parity swap with the bottom layer. So after I do the parity swap with the bottom layer, I noticed I again have a parity algorithm on the bottom, which I don't know. So I will now just shift this bottom parity layer to upper parity layer in such a way that I get a easier non-parity algorithm on the bottom, and I get a adjacent parity algorithm on the top. So after by holding in this position, I will now do the parity swap from the front. So in this way I have this parity which is easier case because I have to just move it here and here to here, and in backside here this edge will go here and this edge will go here, and as I predicted I have this adjacent parity case for the upper layer. So I will now do the EPL of non-parity algorithm for the bottom layer first, and then I will do the adjacent parity algorithm on the top, which will eventually solve the bar flip because it's a part of the algorithm. So first the bottom layer and then the upper layer parity algorithm, and the bar is flipped, and now just AF. Now finally for the last scramble, I have kite on top and mushroom on the bottom. Initially this case might look quite complicated, but if you do the right moves it's quite easy. So here is the scrambling position. I will just rotate the square-1 something like this 180 degree, and now we'll join these two edges with these two edges something like this. In this way I will form something like a shield on bottom and barrel on top. So here I do the slice, and as predicted I have shield on bottom and barrel on top. Now I will pair these two, I will connect these two pairs with this one so that I have a scallop on top. So I will just align it something like this and do the slice move, and I have this shield and scallop on the top. Now I will once again align the top layer something like this position and bring this shield to the front, and now I will convert this bottom shield to a scallop shape. I know this cube shape solution is not that efficient, but this is when combined with finger tricks it's quite fast. So I will now connect this two edge pair to this two edge pair something like this, such that I have scallop on top and scallop on bottom. We'll bring both front and do the algorithm for this, which goes something like this: slice -1 and 2, and slice -3 and 3 on the bottom. And before doing the last slice, I noticed that I have 1 2 3 white corners on the top, so I will have either one more corners after the slice, or up here some or here, or I will have to predict that either this will be the white corner or this will be the white corner. So after I do the slice, I have this white corners. So as I already know this part is white solved, so I will not look downside and directly went into the CP for this particular case, which goes something like this. And after doing this, I again have that adjacent EOL. I will just align it in the correct position, this and this. Now I'll do the algorithm for this, and after doing the algorithm I noticed I have two headlights right here which is blue, and I noticed that these two colors are opposite but these two are not. So by looking these two positions, I know that this back side will have a bar or something like headlights. So I will just put this headlight at the back, and now I will do the J and J algorithm for both the layers for CP. So I will do the JJ algorithm, and after doing the JJ algorithm I noticed that these two parts are solved and these have one part unsolved. That means I have adjacent parity algorithm on the bottom. So, and I also have this one algorithm on the top, which is this will move here, this will move here, this will move here, and this will move here. Now I will do the parity swap for the bottom layer, such that I will have a adjacent parity algorithm on the top and bottom parity will be solved. So I will just do a U prime on the top, do the parity swap algorithm for the backside, which goes something like this. And as I predicted, I have this adjacent parity algorithm on the front, and the rest of the upper layer is solved. And also I noticed that I have a to do a demo for the AVF, and as this adjacent parity algorithm have do the bar flip, so I will have to cancel out in the bar flip by the end of this parity algorithm. So now I will do the parity algorithm. Now I will just do the bar flip, and I will have to do D2 on the bottom and U prime on the top, and that's solved the Sq-1. Really hope this video was helpful for you to get some new insights into the cube shape cases and look ahead for the CO and other prospects of parity swap, something like that. So if you like this video, then do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Thank you and goodbye. Here and welcome back. back to end the video.